Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you very, very much for joining me. We're just going to do a general sort of cruise Q&A today. Any questions about cruise lines, cruise ships, destinations, YouTube, cruise maps, cruise globe, Captain Hudson, whatever you would like. I do ask, please, if you do have a question, please start it with question in capital letters. Just really helps me to pick out what is a question and what is general chit chat. I love the general chit chat. It's so nice. Everybody knows each other now. But yeah, if you do have a question and you want me to answer it, please start it with question. Thank you so much to the moderators who are in here, always looking after these live streams for me. And thank you to the people who are thanking the moderators. I think that's very, very kind. This comment says, the moderators deserve a round of applause. They keep this chat a true forum, a place where people of goodwill can exchange thoughts and ideas. That is the aim. Yes, we have a no-nonsense approach. You know, if someone is mean to me, someone is mean to somebody else in the comments, then they are gone. So we do protect this place. Thank you very much to moderators. First time in ages. Yes, thank you very much for joining the live stream. It is that weird time of year where we are all out of sync. We don't change our clocks yet. I think next week we're still on this time zone and then we change our clocks. So yeah, it's just a few weird weeks where all the comments that I get are, oh, I didn't know this was at a different time. It's not a different time for me. I'm still 5 p.m. But you guys, some of you have changed your time. Oh my goodness. This comment actually says it's going up to 38 degrees Celsius today. It does not get to 38 degrees Celsius in the UK. If it gets above 30, that's a heat wave. You know, we would close. You wouldn't have to go to the office anymore because it's too hot. We'd have air conditioning in most places. We do have offices, I suppose. But, you know, when I worked in a shop and stuff, we couldn't control the air conditioning. So anything over 30, very, very rare. It doesn't happen so much. First question is, cruises next week. How many outfits do you pack for a 7-day cruise? 7-day cruise. Let's imagine I'm packing for a 7-day cruise. I will start with a packing cube and put in socks and underwear and everything like that first. Swimming costume, that will go first. Maybe some people bring like 7 sets of underwear for a 7-day cruise. Personally, I'm on bring double the amount just in case. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't have to do that though. Then move on to t-shirts. I'll probably bring 7 t-shirts for a 7-day cruise. I'm not going to wear t-shirts every day, probably, because I'm going to wear some dresses, but start with 7. A couple of pairs of jeans, maybe, a couple of pairs of shorts, depending on the weather. And then I will normally have a different outfit for the evening. So I'll probably pack, depending on the cruise line, if I'm going to get changed every day, maybe pack like another 4 dresses for the evenings, a couple more for the day. And I normally go with 3 pairs of shoes. So that's what I do. A few jumpers, coat maybe, but it really depends on the weather. Basically, just wear in the day whatever you'd wear at home. Your favorite t-shirt, jeans, shorts, trainers, whatever you like to wear that, that's fine. And then in the evenings, also do remember, if you're going to wear an outfit for the evening, you might wear it for like 2 or 3 hours. So no one is keeping tabs. I'm like, oh, you wore that yesterday. I wear the same thing over and over again all the time. It's fine. Next question is, what ship was the thumbnail from the live stream taken? I don't remember what thumbnail I put on this. I assume it's Norwegian Luna because I normally go with my most recent. Is this the picture of me in Indulge with the iPad? Yeah, I made it a couple of days ago, so let me know. If yes, then that is Norwegian Luna. Ooh, good question. Going on Arvia to Norway for the first time in April, what is your top tip or packing recommendation? For me, for Arvia, it would be bring a water bottle because they have those water machines around, and I find those really useful when the cruise lines have those. So they have some sort of in the atrium area. You can just fill up a bottle of water, and that's a bit boring maybe, but that's the first thing that comes to mind for P&O. Yeah. Also, April, the weather in April in Norway, it depends where you're from. If you're from the UK, it's exactly the same as here, as in could be lovely, could be raining. So bring a coat. Carol says, thanks, mods, for keeping Emma safe. Yes, thank you. Never seen anything nasty in here. Well done, mods. Yes. They do a great job. That's why, you know, if something looks easy, it looks perfect, that means someone's doing the work underneath. Would you take an Explorer cruise? It's highly rated, and I'd love to see your take. You know, I have looked at them. You're not going to get an Explorer cruise for under like £500 per person per night. So I don't know if I'll be doing one anytime soon. I would love to, but Yeah, that is not a cheap cruise. Not a cheap cruise. Yeah, James says, if it was 38 degrees, my boss would be telling us not to work even from home. Wow, you have a good boss. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah, Explorer looks really interesting. Definitely, after I did Viking, that was so lovely. That was such a luxurious, worth the money kind of cruise. But that was, £2,000 for 7 nights, £500 a night. It's getting a bit, yeah, we will see. Question. I see the question, but I don't see the question, if that makes sense. Oh, anxious to get the new Captain Hudson and Rolo. Yes, they're being made. So they are being made right now. If you imagine a room and they're making 1,000 Captain Hudsons in it and 1,000 first mate Rolos, then they'll all be sent out. So I'm anxiously obviously waiting for them to arrive. And I'm also waiting I sort of have to wait and see if anyone returns them or if any of them are broken or anything, so that they can finally adjust the number and I can get the profit and we can donate it to charity. That is my favorite part. Yes, fabulous. If you're from the UK and you're going to Norway in April, dress how you would for England. It could be sunny, could be lovely, could be rainy, could be. The thing about Norway is you can wake up and it's foggy and rainy, and then at the end of the day it's hot and you're sunbathing, and you're used to that. You'll be fine. When do we change our clocks? I think it's the last weekend of the month, isn't it? I'm not sure on the exact date, but I'm pretty sure it's the last weekend of the month. How big is the litter of Captain Hudson's and First Mate Rolos? Are we counting them as a litter, like each bunch? Because we have just over 1,000 First Mate Rolos in the last bunch. I think it was like 1,049 or something. I don't know the exact number because, maybe one arrives and someone sends him back, or, he's broken or something. So sometimes they have to make a few more and then the profit goes down, obviously. But yeah, couple of thousand, which is so crazy. But it does so much for the charities. It is well worth it. So many little bugs around. Anyone else got mosquito bites in England? Just me? I don't know. It's spring now, I suppose, which is really cool. Any tips for the MSC Europa cruise? I'd go roller skating if I were you. That's what I did on MSC. Europa. That was really, really fun. The good thing about that cruise, if you're doing probably the same as me, Mediterranean, Loop, MSC, classic kind of cruise, you're going to have people getting on and off pretty much every day on the cruise. So I would say if you want to do something like go roller skating in the roller skating rink, which is cool, do it on the day where you're not getting off but everyone else is, because it's super quiet on that day. How are you? I'm good, thank you. What a lovely question. Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling sort of like it's been a very dark, long winter. We had Hudson passed away. That was very sad, and it's been quite stressful for other things that I won't go into. But it feels like spring is coming, the sun is coming out, things are getting, they're getting a move on. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Thank you. Should I upgrade from Princess to Princess Premier? This is entirely a you answer. For some people, yes. For some people, no. For me, I normally default to whatever the cheapest is, but that doesn't even include the pizza, which is really, really good on Princess. So that might push me up a little bit. It's not normally worth it for me to upgrade for drinks packages. I'm more than happy not to drink any alcohol on a cruise. That's totally fine. I will have some if I have a package, just for research, but I don't miss it if I don't drink. So a lot of these packages, they're very focused on that. And it is a saving if you would buy those things. But for me, I probably wouldn't buy them anyway. How is the weather over there? It is glorious. By glorious, I mean it was 15 degrees Celsius today. And that is like I have been out in the sun, sunbathing almost. It's amazing. It's still, you need a jumper like this to go out. But the sun, I haven't felt the sun. Like it's really, really nice. Yeah, lots of people highly recommending Premier package. Yeah, it just depends on you. I'm sorry I can't say yes or no, but there's so many. Yeah, there's just so many things that go into it, and I don't know. You can have a look. At the things that are included. Give it a quick Google for menus, for Wi-Fi prices, for whatever else is in it. Yeah. Does Cruise Globe find ports on cruises in 2003? No, it does not. So the data does not exist. It doesn't exist. Like it's not anywhere. It's not that we don't have it. It doesn't exist. There's no record of it. So what we do for the cruises that are before the date where we have the data, you tell us where you went, and we do the most likely route, because that is all that we can do. It doesn't exist. So yeah, you need to know. You need to find old emails if you can. Just ask ChatGPT. You know, I've had some success with just asking ChatGPT, hello, I went on an Alaska cruise in 2005. I know I started and ended here. What were probably the ports? And it lines up with what I think. It's pretty good at finding old travel agent websites that haven't been deleted, you know, when they used to have pages for each kind of cruise. So yes. What are my thoughts on NCL versus MSC for solos? For solos, I mean, Norwegian are the cruise line I normally recommend for solos, but it's a very much a question which is American versus Italian cruises, because there might be someone who is a solo cruiser who really would, you know, like to meet people who are speaking other languages, wants the more Mediterranean food, wants, you know, they're very lively, exciting ships. But if I say one or the other, I can't really. So for solos, you know, Norwegian have these solo lounges. They do more solo meetups. It's kind of hard to do that kind of stuff on MSC when people are speaking all different languages. But yeah. Question, it says, does your following and influence get you comps? I'm assuming by comps you mean free cruises. I go on the odd sort of press launch, like my last cruise on board Norwegian Luna. That was a press launch. I have done some press trips on things like I went on a yacht, a very, very expensive yacht. But most of my cruises, I pay full fare. I don't get any discounts. I'm not a travel agent. I don't even get the travel agent's discounts. And if I am on a press trip, you will see ad on every single Instagram story, every Facebook post. You'll see paid promotion on the video. I really try and make it so clear if I'm on a press trip. Not that it really makes any difference. You know, no one is there with me. No one is reviewing my Instagram story or anything like that. But I like to make it as clear as I can. So there's a couple in the last year, I think 3 in the last year that I haven't paid for. You can see very clearly that. But most of my cruises, I'm just a regular person trying to fly under the radar as much as possible. I don't tell the cruise lines I'm going. I'm sure I could ask for like free Wi-Fi and stuff, but yeah. Morella has a new afternoon tea offering cheese and chocolate. I mean, that sounds lovely. That sounds good. I do like an afternoon tea, but I'm not really that interested in sandwiches with unknown. Like, I don't want to eat a tuna sandwich or, yeah, I'm not really that, I don't know. Experimental with my sandwiches. Also with cakes, there's no cake that I like more than just a sponge cake with white icing. So yeah, but I'll always go to an afternoon tea. Cheese and chocolate though sounds fab. Mega ships look like a lot of fun, but are there quiet spaces on board? They seem so noisy. Yes, I would say there's probably more spaces to find quiet spaces on some of the bigger ships just because they're so big. So you will find loud spaces. You know, you will find big deck parties and things happening in the park and things happening at the theater, and you'll find really loud places on those big ships. But because there's so much more choice, the people who want the loud things go to the loud things, and the people who don't, you know, there's so much more space for lounges. There might be like 20 different bars and lounges. So yes, absolutely. I've never not found, you know, there's never a time really where every bar and lounge is open for a start. So if you do want a quiet lounge, like if I'm working and I want to go somewhere and just be left alone, just get a drink from one bar and take it to another bar that's closed. You can sit in the lounge. That's fine. All right. Tuna sandwiches aren't experimental. You know what? I wouldn't eat that though. I don't like that. But when all of that stuff is, you know, on the plate, you have to try like 5 different sandwiches, and I don't want any of that. If you had an unlimited budget for a cruise, what destination would you go to? I will fly first class to Australia because I'd love to go to Australia. I'd love to go to New Zealand, do some, you know, we could go to that new Royal Caribbean private island there. That would be amazing. But yeah, the flight, the time that it takes, it's just not going to happen. But that would be so nice if I had unlimited money. I'd still feel very bad spending that much money, though. I still feel guilt knowing what else money can do. It's really strange. I exist in so many different worlds, it feels like, because, you know, I know people. When I went to Sierra Leone, I stayed on a hospital ship, and the average salary there is about $40 a month. So I know that, and I'm in that world. And then also people are, you know, talking about the £500 a night, £1,000 a night cruise. And it's like, it's just really strange that it's all the same world. I have to like change my brain across, if that makes sense. Strange, but great fun. A chicken nugget pizza, you know, that sounds pretty good actually, of all the things. Don't forget to like the live stream. Yes, if you can, that would be absolutely amazing. Yes. Fabulous question. I think this is maybe linked. I spent a lot of time this week writing a post about travel insurance. I saved one, well, I say saved. I've put in the claim. I haven't got it yet, but I should be saving £1,400 from the last month only on travel insurance. So I had travel insurance on the brain, and I put together a post about how I find the policies, because quite often I get questions about like, oh, I'm not sure if this one has, you know, enough cover for this or whatever. And I always use a comparison site so that I can see really clearly, like, oh, that one includes if I miss the start port, and that one doesn't, or this one includes cabin confinement or missed ports and that kind of thing. So I've put together a post in there. Hopefully one of my moderators can share it. It's a recent post on my website. And yeah, it's hard, because when something is so important, it's harder to get people to pay attention to it. So, but it's so important. If it's the only thing you ever listen to me about, it is get travel insurance, and get good travel insurance. It's not worth not just money, but literally dying. You know, people have died because they have a heart attack or a stroke, and they can't afford to get somewhere to get the medical care that they need. So yeah. Yeah, good. Please get travel insurance. Please. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Thanks very much. Binged 10 of my videos today. Oh my goodness. You watched 10 of my videos and you still want to listen to me talk. That's really impressive. Thank you very much. I am sick of my own voice by that point, for sure. How does Iona compare to Arvia? 2 less main dining room restaurants. Does that affect the virtual queue? I didn't really have any difference in terms of virtual queues. I really did like the sort of diner that they have on Arvia, and they don't have that on Iona. And I also like the Yorkshire pudding wraps. I'm pretty sure they're on Arvia. But it's pretty much the same. It wasn't as if the 2 more restaurants made Iona way busier from memory. But I did do 2 cruises on Iona. I did one in school holidays and one out of school holidays. And the difference, we had 950 children, not like total in the whole ship. The whole ship had 950 children in it, in the school holidays one. So yeah. Oh, this comment says, I would rather listen to you talk than 99.99999% of the planet. Wow. I mean, I'm sure you haven't listened to that many people to know that, but thank you. Oh, I did not see that Princess have a world cruise advertised. No, that's interesting. I bet you, I haven't seen that it's advertised, but I bet you it's on one of the oldest, smallest ships, right? It always is for the world cruises. Oh, lovely comment says, loved your recent Electric Sunsets post. Yes, so Electric Sunsets, for those of you who don't know, it is what Marella call their like decade theme cruises. So I did a 90s themed cruise, Electric Sunsets cruise, and then 90s and noughties. And so I've been writing on my website this week about the one that's coming up. Yes. Okie dokie doke. Have I been on Sky Princess? I have. Yes, it was just after the pandemic though, so you can watch my video about it. The Ocean Medallion was still quite new at that point, so I would say watch it. But if I do criticize that this doesn't work, it probably has fixed it now. But yeah, go back to 2021 and you'll find that video. Oh, the best scenes for me are when you're just waving at the camera. I do that. I've always done that because I think it's just nice for the person watching to know that I really was on the cruise. You know what I mean? I do get a lot of comments from people that hate that, and every time I get that, it just makes me want to add in another one. So I do. Yeah. Coral Princess, I called it. It's always that. which is fine, and it just makes sense because on a world cruise they go to a lot of ports, they go to smaller ports, they need the smaller ships to be able to get in there, and they're already going to be able to sell the new exciting ships really easily, so it's pretty bit, the older ones are a bit more spare. It makes sense. Oh my goodness, I had 2,000 children on board. 2,000. How what ship can fit 2,000? I mean, I guess if it's a really big ship. I do have this week, we launched these cruise ship cards in Cruise Globe, and they show you the passenger numbers. So if you see there, it won't focus really very well, but World Europa has 6,762. So I guess you could have 2,000 children on there, for sure. I also have Aurora, 1,800, Anthem of the Seas, 4,800, Norwegian Breakaway, 3,900, Aqua, 3,500. It's interesting Norwegian went less with their new ship. And Arvia, 5,200. But yeah, this is our new product launch this week. It's been a busy week at Cruise Globe. These ship cards. Cute, right? So cute that it won't focus. You get the idea. Yeah, there are North American travel companies that offer missed port cover. Yeah, they're not. I don't think it's as common as it is in the UK. Most of the policies here have it, almost all of them. I don't think I've ever had a policy that hasn't had it. You just have to try a little bit harder, but you can find them. So if you go on my website, click travel insurance, I have the comparison on there for the US as well, and that will show you. Yes, James says, I remember suggesting these ship cards in a call I had with the Cruise Globe. Exactly. Yes, thank you. Everything we've ever done is based on feedback and based on something that someone wants. So we thought these would be cool. And I think they're cool. They're all sort of, the drawings are in comparison to each other, if that makes sense. So you can instantly see, like, what's your big ship and what's your small ship. So nice seeing them come to fruition. That's good. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope you, like, they live up to what you what you imagined. Yeah. Aw, Emma's narration and Max's editing makes her videos the gold standard. Thank you very much. I will tell Max that. Max is my editor and my brother. Yeah. He came on the Norwegian ship with me, Luna, and he went down the drop slide. Very proud. Did you enjoy playing Velma? You looked fantastic. Yeah, it was good. It was a real mix on that cruise because I was wearing like my mum's old shoes for Velma, and I had like my dad's tie when I was being Avril Lavigne, and like it was really interesting. Max is listening. Hello, Max. What is the best time of year for a transatlantic? Depends what you mean by best. I meet so many people who think best is the roughest, and some people who think best is the warmest. For me, best would be summer because the weather is probably warmer and hopefully less rocky. The cheapest time is best cheapest because the cheapest time is kind of spring and autumn when they move their ships. So what happens in cruising really is places like Norway or places near me in like Northern Europe, they'll get a lot of cruise ships in summer. And then when winter comes and it gets dark and rainy, the ships move to like the Caribbean because the people in England suddenly really want sunshine in the Caribbean, of course. So they go there for the winter and then they'll come back. So during that going and coming back time of sort of like April time and then also in the autumn or the fall, that's when it's really, really cheap. So if best is cheap, then if best is rough weather, then like December or January. That's when I did it. Privilege of being the boss is that you get to force the underlings to do the drop slide so you don't have to. No, I had to do it. He had to film me and then I did it. Ooh, going on a transatlantic next month. What's an honest opinion on how rough the seas should be? It could be totally fine. April could be really nice. I've seen some nice weather. Since I got off Norwegian Luna, I've been watching her crossing. It seems like she had a very rough bit at the beginning and then a nice calm bit at the end. The question is really just what is the weather going to be? And like, no one knows that. No one knows. But you have a better chance than when I did it in January. Anyway. Have you thought about selling other pictures other than the Queen Mary 2? Yeah, we have thought about it. We are doing it. These just take so many hours. How many hours you think? You know, they're really detailed, so it takes a really, really long time. But we will have more, yeah. What are you drinking today? I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to let everyone else answer it. Based on this, what do you think I'm drinking? I'm educating on this drink. Ooh, did World Europa have a good buffet and good vegetarian options? Yes, for vegetarian options, I think the Italian cruise lines like MSC, the British cruise lines are so far ahead of the American cruise lines. There's just so many more options. There's loads of like the things that MSC do well are like pasta, pizza. You can get all of those vegetarian. So yeah, vegetarian, absolutely good, better than most. Good buffet, yes, I think so. It's on 2 levels from my memory. I think it's on 2 levels because I've never seen a buffet that's on 2 levels before. Kind of 2 parts. One part's open and one's not. But yeah, I think so. If you go Emma Cruises MSC food, you can see like pictures of every single plate that I had in that buffet. So I put all of that together in a post. A lot of pizza and like random things mixed together. I had like broccoli and pizza and poppadoms and like that's what you do in a buffet. But yeah. Currently staring at a spreadsheet, counting down till 6 p.m. Sure you don't miss this. No, I don't. Not for a second. Yeah, people sometimes ask, but no. I have spreadsheets in my own business now, of course, but the difference now is, you know, when you have a job for someone else, if you have a headache, it doesn't matter. You just got to struggle through till 6. Thing is now, if I have a headache, I can take a nap for half an hour, wake up and feel fine. And I don't sort of put off being ill until the weekend. So I think I get better faster. And I can also do things, you know, I get most of my work done in the evening, sort of 9 till 11 p.m. is like my prime time. That's where every script is written. And that's just how it works. But yeah, you can never escape spreadsheets. Nah, I mean, spreadsheets are very useful, let's be honest. But yeah, I used to have a little cruise ship from MSC, like a cruise ship stress ball, and I used to stick it to the top of my monitor, and then I used to put the date, whatever the date is, and then when my cruise is at the other end, and then every day I'd move my cruise ship along. So, yeah. The answer is not Ribena, no. Good guess, though. It looks exactly the same. Yeah, it's Vimto. Vimto is the one. Same, you know, very, very similar to Ribena, just a different. Shout out to a VLOOKUP. You know, I don't think I ever actually got this down. Got to be honest. Ooh, specialty restaurants on P&O. The one that I go to on P&O is the Indian Sindhu, right? It's called a Sindhu. That's the one I normally go to. I can't remember what the other ones are. That's just my go-to all the time. It's always good. It's nice. I don't even really eat that much Indian food at home, but it's a really nice one. I do drink Ribena. I have Ribena and Vimto in my kitchen, side by side. What is the etiquette for cruise ship swimming pools? Do you get changed poolside or in your cabin? I assume you can't walk about in your Speedos. It tends to be a mix of things. Normally what I will do is I'll get changed in my cabin, like into my swimwear, put a dress on over the top and then walk down, you know, like a dress and sandals. That's fine. Some people will get changed. You know, there's always like, there's not normally always changing rooms, but there's always like toilets there. You can go get changed in the toilets. Yeah, I wouldn't walk around in your Speedos personally, but if you're wearing like swim shorts and a t-shirt, that's fine. Yeah, as long as you're not dripping wet, it's okay. Good question though. I like that one. It forces me to think about what I do because I just do things without thinking about them. Thank you, Dadabetic, who gifted 5 Emma Cruises memberships. We missed you yesterday. We did the Cruise Globe members live stream, and I missed you there. So thank you for coming to this one. I did my Patreon channel members podcast earlier today as well, so you can watch me from 2 hours ago if you got gifted a membership. Ever mix them together? I don't think I have, actually. I have mixed together orange squash and Vimto, which is kind of nice. I don't think Ribena and Vimto though. That just feels wrong. Someone asked, is Japan a good place for a cruise? It is the best place for a cruise. It is my favorite place to cruise. If I could only cruise to one place, It's Japan. It's fabulous. It is the best place for a cruise because Japan is so different in, big cities and loud and colorful and so fun. And then there's places that are more rural and you can see the coolest, waterfalls. And yeah, by cruise, you just get such a wide look at Japan, which would be very hard to do on land. And every place is just so cool. Literally, I say this every time. You don't have to do anything for it to be fun in Japan. If you went about your normal day, you went for a walk in the park, you bought some food in 7-Eleven and then ate it and went to use the toilet, then that's the best day of your life. Go on the train, just do the normal stuff. It's so fun. If you could only drink one for the rest of your life, what would it be, Vimto or Ribena? It will probably be Vimto, I think. I think so. I do like a Ribena, though. Ribena reminds me of like going to a garden centre and getting a carton of Ribena. If a cabin has bathrobes, can you take them home? No. I mean, you can, but they'll normally charge you for them. So when I was on Viking, I think they had a list of how much everything cost. And it would say things like, oh, this glass, $150 if you want it, which basically means if you take it, that's what they're going to charge you. Although people do buy them, I'm sure. But yeah, if you do, they will charge you for them. So I wish that I had bought one when I stayed in the Haven on Norwegian Spirit. It was amazing. There was such a lovely robe that was kind of fluffy inside, but then it wasn't fluffy on the outside. I don't know what kind of material it was, but it was so nice. And you can buy them, but I didn't. I wish I did, though. Where would you suggest taking your first cruise? Very strong question, all in capital letters. I would suggest go to my channel after this live stream and watch the hour-and-a-half answer that I have to this question. The main video that I have pinned to my YouTube channel is the kind of first thing you should do if you're considering a cruise. It is about where all the cruises go, which cruise lines are where, how cruises work, because, it's no good me saying you should take your first cruise in Croatia, for example, if you live in Texas and you would really like to do an MSC cruise. I don't know. So please watch that video. It took 6 months to put together. It is a lot, but it is good. A glass of Vimto and Emma's full movie. Excellence. Yes. Question. Good start. I don't see the question, though. I don't see the question. Oh, lovely comment just says, my wife and I took our first cruise last year and your videos were very helpful in deciding which one to take. That is lovely. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed the cruise. That's the main thing. I'm just going to blow my nose to stop myself from sneezing. I do have the sneeze break. Please hold. I'm back. I saved the sneeze. We don't need to sneeze. All good. Fraser's in here. Hi, Fraser. Lovely to see you. Whoop, whoop. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. Friday comes. I know everyone else probably thinks Friday is so far away and it always takes ages to get there. But for me, Friday comes so fast. It's so fast. Jamie says, answer. Nice. Answer. Answer what? Cruising in the Bay of Biscay next week. Should we expect some rough seas? Yeah, I think the Bay of Biscay's reputation is not really fair of the Bay of Biscay. I don't think it's that bad. I've had bad weather there. I've had good weather there. It's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. It's just luck. It's just what is the weather? I don't know. I don't know. Please stand by. Please stand by. Yes, please stand by. No sneeze break music. No, I'm trying to stop sneezing. My favorite screen god. I have all kinds of things in here over the years that I have added. It keeps adding me things like spooky frame. Oh, that's great. I have some old pictures of Rolo, my dog, when we first got him. My goodness. Looks so small there. And then I have all kinds of different things. I've got all of some cruise cards in here. Very cool. Cruises I've been on. Got some pictures. But yeah, sneeze break is good. I don't want to sneeze in front of 420 people. Biscay looks calm right now. Yeah, Jamie says 50% success rate. I did do a little survey once. If you go to my website, type in Bay of Biscay, you'll find the post I wrote about it. And part of that was I asked people had they had bad weather there. And it was about like a third said yes and 2/3 said no from memory. So, yeah. Can you say, can I get a bottle of water, please? A bottle of water. A bottle of water. Can I get a bottle of water, please? Yes. Hopefully that's good. Yeah. Whenever I can hear it in the American accent, like without the T's, like bottle. Does Rolo seem to miss Hudson? I don't know. I don't know that he misses him like he looks for him. He might miss him, but I don't think he's confused. I think it helped that Rolo was around when Hudson died, so he sort of saw him like that, so he's not like looking for where he's gone, I guess. So yeah. Thoughts on celebrity cruise lines? I love celebrity cruise lines. Their buffets are fabulous. Their new ships like Apex, Edge, so fun. So fun. She's not a Cockney. She doesn't say water. She says water. Bottle of water. Yeah, we're not all Cockney. It does make me laugh when like sometimes people do English accents and they do it like, I don't know, 200 years ago. But yeah, back to the celebrity question. So I have done Celebrity Edge, which is one of the ones that's sort of newer, and Celebrity Infinity, which was a very, very cheap cruise that I took. It was very cheap because they sort of had to change the route last minute and some people cancelled, and then I booked it last minute. Very different though. Yeah, those new ships are so cool. Not cheap, definitely a sort of premium cruise line, I would say. What is your favorite cruise terminal in Southampton? I don't think I have a favorite cruise terminal in Southampton. City? I don't know. I don't. I'm afraid I'm not qualified to answer questions on, what vaccines are recommended for what people for what countries. But if you go on your website, if you're in the UK, go on the NHS website and put in the countries, and it will come up with the recommendation. Anna says, I'm Cockney. Well, Essex, which is similar. I'm thinking of like the, like Oliver Twist kind of. What is more important, the ship or the itinerary? Looking for ideas for summer. For me, the ship. For you, probably the itinerary. Yeah, depends what you want out of the cruise. I don't know. For me, the ship, because, I sort of start with the ship and then work the other way. Yeah, Celebrity Apex was awesome. Best buffet ever. Yeah, the buffets are so good. Definitely the best buffets. The ice cream that they have sort of at that entrance, and they just have little snack things of like, I always just pick up stuff. It's like carrots and cucumber and just like nice and fresh all the time. It was so good. So good. This question, I'm not sure I understand, so I'm going to ask for more clarification. It says, am I wrong in assuming Disney Cruise Line doesn't have any packages? I can't seem to justify the price tag when comparing the same itinerary to Celebrity or Princess. Do you mean like drinks packages or like layers of packages like Premier Plus and that kind of thing? Yeah, they don't do anything like that really. So on Disney, soft drinks are included by the pool. I'm not sure if they're included anywhere else. I don't remember. I would always go to the pool to get my included drink, and your food is included. They do have specialty restaurants. The gratuities, you can auto pay the gratuities, but the thing I found really strange is I auto pay gratuities because I don't want to be dealing with handing out pieces of paper. Like, I find that so awkward. I don't want to have those conversations. I just want to pay it and be done. But on Disney, when you auto pay the gratuities, or when I went on anyway, they gave us them to hand out, basically, saying like, here's your tip. So that was really strange. Yeah, no drinks packages. And they have no casino. Yeah, they have no casino. That is true. A lot of cruise lines have hardly any casino, though. If you go on a Morella cruise, the casino is like 4 tables. And P&O, they have very small casinos. But yeah, that's not where they make their money. They make their money more on the cruise fare rather than getting you on cheap and then getting you to spend more money. Mike says, I like your YouTube plaque in the background. Thank you. It is supposed to be sort of a 100,000 subscriber celebration thing, but the one has come off, so it says Emma Cruises 00000 subscriber. But that's fine. How do people manage visas during excursions? So many different countries. Depends where you're going. I'm very lucky. I mostly sort of cruise around Europe. I don't need visas for all the countries I go to. Or if I do, you know, go to the US, then I have the ESTA and I have the one for Canada, and that's fine. It's all on you, though, to work out that you have that stuff. And when you board the cruise, they will check, you know, do you have your ESTA for the US? It was kind of like that when I got on Norwegian Luna in Lisbon, because I got on in Lisbon and got off in Barcelona, but the ship was going over to Miami. So they were asking me for my ESTA, and I was like, I'm not going to America. I'm getting off. So, yeah. Some cruises, you know, if you do a cruise in Japan, places like that, as long as you're in Japan, they will give you, you know, we had Hong Kong, we had Korea, like they will give you the different visas there, and then you'll fill it out and like hand it in, and they'll take care of that stuff. They keep your passport for that. But depends just where you're from and what kind of visas you need. You can add a 5 for 500,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll do that, because you don't get another plaque at 500,000. You don't get another one until 1 million. So maybe I'll add that one. Yeah. 500,000 in 2026. Maybe. You know, I don't really look at the subscriber number. I look at how many views I get. I look at how many active accounts are looking at my content. Because subscribers are just, you know, I've been on YouTube almost a decade. Yeah, almost a decade. So some of those people haven't logged into their account for 9 years. They just subscribed at some point. So it's nice, you know, please subscribe. It does help YouTube to show you the videos that I'm making. But it doesn't necessarily mean that many people are watching my videos. I mean, way more people watch my videos than are subscribed to my channel. The majority aren't subscribed. Yes. Good questions. I love seeing the questions and then seeing other people answer them, which is great. Oh my goodness. James says, I hope one day the cruise lines will want you to go on board as a guest lecturer. I sure hope that never happens. I can't think of anything I'd like to do less than go on the stage and talk. No, thank you. Goodness. I have so many friends who love this kind of stuff. I have a couple of friends who are lecturers on board. Not for me. Not for me, please. No. I would attend the lecture if all Emma did was read listings in a phone book. If I was behind the scenes and I could live stream onto the stage, that would be fine. That wouldn't bother me at all. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the real stage. The only time I've been on the stage was when I shaved my head. Well, I didn't. The captain shaved my head. And if you want to see that video, it's still on my channel. It's going to be there forever. Been subscribed for a year. Thank you very much. We did get like... weirdly, you would think that the pandemic and shutting down cruise industry would sort of kill off the channel completely, but quite a lot of people have been here who are still here now, have been here since 2020. I guess we were all at home and we all wanted to talk about cruises still, and we did trivia, and you know, it brought us closer together, I think, in a weird way. I am going to have Rolo join us for the last 5 minutes of this live stream, by the way, because I know there's always questions to see him. So he is scheduled to arrive, which is very cool. Thank you to my mum in here sharing my links. Yes, I have a lot of new content on my website. I have new posts going out almost every single day. So if ever you have a question, please head to emmacruises.com, type it in. If I don't get the chance to answer it, then you'll find it there. Does YouTube scratch your analytical data developer itch? Yeah, I think so. I think I've always been quite interested in like growing a business and quite logical, and I've really enjoyed that stuff. YouTube is just, it's quite a mystery. You know, it changes so fast. It's not like you can learn it, get good at it, do the same thing again, and it will work. So it's constantly changing. And it is fun. It is a fun game to play. Sometimes very disheartening, but sometimes really good. So that's why you keep doing it. Got to be addicted to it by now, right? I'm almost on 1,000 videos, which is crazy. I have had this week, I don't know if anyone has seen this, and if you have, I don't know why, and I'm kind of sorry, but I have a really old video that was me trying the surf simulator, and I published it in 2017, and it got like 100 views in 2017, and then up until this year it had maybe 1,000 views in its whole life. And that's fine. I made it in 2017, and this week YouTube just decided this is what the people want to see. So I don't know if maybe there has been something else happening with flow riders. Maybe somebody like put a funny video of them or something, and it's all of a sudden happening on YouTube. But it is really, I'll put it on my Instagram story later. It's like no views since 2017. That's a really long time. That's almost 10 years ago, which is terrifying. And then a big spike. Who knows? Saw the surf video pop into my stream this week. So weird, right? It's not like a good title or thumbnail or video, particularly. But hey, if you watch it, I appreciate it. It's interesting to see, right? Oh, lovely comments that say, can't wait to see Rolo. Oh, good. I'm glad. How many... I nearly mixed together Hudson and Rolo. That's not right. Hudsons and Rolos do you have in your room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. Final answer, 11. Sounds like you need to re-record the Flow Rider video. See, you would think that, right? That would be logical. That's not how it works. If I do that, it will get less views than the other one. Saw it as well this week. So strange. I mean, I'm grateful for it, but that was a October half term Northern Europe cruise, very, very cold, and I thought this is my time to try the Flow Rider because no one else is going to be there. And you can see the guy there with his hat on, he's got his big coat on, and I'm there in my swimwear, but I did all right, and I've never done it again. Yeah, never done it since because I didn't fall off, so we're ending on a high. This comment says, really sorry to hear about Hudson. He will be missed. He is missed. I miss him every day. So many times a day I think, oh, that's Hudson, or like look for him and stuff. But yes, thank you very much. So many nice messages. Any plans to go on NCL Aqua? So I was just on Luna, which is the newest one. I was on that last week for 2 days, and I have been on Aqua. That one came out already. So I've done a 8-day cruise on that one. Yeah, next it will be your skydiving video. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Have you ever seen pier runners, or are they all staged to get on YouTube? I have seen people running to get on the ship. I personally don't think it's cool to film people who are in a bad situation. Like, well, I was going to say unless, but I can't really think of any reason why. Yeah, so it's not something I would film. It's not something I would put on YouTube. I would look. But yeah. Wow, this comment says, I worked as a COVID tester on Anthem of the Seas back in 2022. Pretty cool job. Interesting. I worked for a bit at the vaccine center, like as a volunteer, and watching people after they had their vaccine for their 15 minutes and handing out, like, collecting their things and giving them stickers and stuff. Is there a plan to incorporate a map that shows all cruises to date on the cruise globe? Absolutely no way. It would just be coloured in. It would look so bad. We do share on social media. We normally do like, this is where the cruises have gone last month that people have added. And even that, you know, even my cruise globe, like the English channel is pretty much coloured in. So, yeah. Oh, lovely comment from Kylie. Thank you. She says, never caught a live stream, but wanted to give you a bit of love. Thank you. Never been on a cruise, and I doubt I will, but I love your videos. Thank you so much. I love that. I love that. And when I'm watching videos about things that are completely nothing that I will ever do in my life, I think this is how other people feel. Which is cool. Thanks, moderators, for looking after this chat. There are some interesting people in here today, and I don't mean that in an interesting way. Miss the Britishisms of the week. Why do you miss them? They're still in every video. So, yeah, every video on my channel, pretty much we have Britishisms of the week. I think. Let me know if I've forgotten them. I don't think so. Yeah, I have 4 cruises from Southampton, and the channel is coloured in. Yeah, it doesn't take many. It doesn't take many. It's so strange. This month, my YouTube channel has sort of gone out of its normal, the normal audience that it does. I had a video about Viking, which did pretty well, and also one about where I upgraded on the Ambassador cruise. I think Rolo's joining us. And once it goes outside the normal audience, I'm going to budge up so he can sit next to me. There you go. There's a Britishism for you. Budge up. Budge up. That's a Britishism. But once it gets outside of my normal audience, then I can sort of tell that people they hate cruises and they watch the videos, which is interesting. But the same people come to these live streams for some reason. You need a Britishism of the week for the live streams. Normally we have many, but normally they're things that you tell me. They're not things that I'm saying, Try and move this over so we can see Rolo when he joins us. Budge up. That's a new one. Oh, is it? Good. Yeah, budge up. I don't know what else you would say. What would you say? Like, oh, budge up. Budge up. What else would you do if you're not budging? Oh, I love this comment. Just says, Emma's live streams are great for the final hour of work. Love that. Does a carvery equal a buffet? No, I don't think so. I think a carvery is a carvery. It's not like... You can have a carvery section within a buffet, I think. But a carvery by itself, I don't think counts as a buffet. Scoot over. Yeah, I suppose scoot over. Scoot over. Scoot, scoot. That's so funny. Maybe Rolo is not joining us. I thought he was joining us. Maybe he will join in a minute. All right. Oh my goodness. There's so many YouTube channels I watch, but the pressure of trying to say and remember anything during these live streams is just too much. I'm sorry. Budge up is a new one. I'd ask, may I squeeze in here, please? Yeah, if you sat down, if I didn't know you and I sat down, I wouldn't say, oh, budge up, because that's more like friendly, I guess. Yeah. Will you try celebrity riverboat cruises? Maybe I will. I don't know. I like celebrity ocean cruises. I like river cruises. There's no reason I wouldn't like it. I just wonder how it's going to be different from the other ones. There's already a lot of river cruise companies out there. We'll see. I look, it says that Britishisms are understandable. I hope so. Some of them aren't. You use budge up with the dog and he understands. Yes, dogs would understand that. Would you consider heading up a TV travel show about cruising? No, I don't think so. I don't really want to be on the real TV, the big TV. I don't like the idea of other people being in control of my show when I could just make it myself, Did Rolo go to puppy school? No, he didn't. So Rolo is a Romanian street dog, a rescue dog. So he was found, he was a couple of months old and he stayed in the shelter with the other dogs. That's where he got used to like wearing a harness and walking on the lead, and like they trained him a bit, and he got tested with cats and things to make sure that they're friends. But I don't know if that counts as puppy school. Does Rolo know any tricks? He does. He knows how to do, sit, down, spin, paw. If I go like this, he'll jump through my arms. We can't do that on the live stream because I'm sat on a sofa. But if I was on the floor and I went like this, he would do it. Surprised you and another YouTuber don't have a podcast together yet. I'd love to. I just don't have the time to do that. I do a podcast for my Patreons, as you know. I do the live streams here. I do the live streams for Cruise Globe. There's just no time. No time. Rolo, come here. Do you use Romanian words with Rolo or just English? I don't speak Romanian, and I don't think he speaks Romanian or English. He does understand English now, but he was only sort of 1 or 2 months old when he was found. So it's not as if he... And also, that was not a good time in his life, so he probably wants to learn, wants to think of the English. I'm not into Pokemon at all. No, my favorite Pokemon. Someone did say that Rolo looked like Vulpix. That made me laugh. I think Rolo's ready. Come in, Rolo. Hi, Rolo. Oh my goodness. Hello. You come up. He's not very good at jumping when it's a hard floor, so he might not be able to get on here. Come here, Rolo. Come up here. Come on. I'll lift you up if you can't get up, but then everyone will see my pajamas. Oh, listen to the podcast with you and Matt. It is so informative. Thank you very much. I'm always happy to go on other people's podcasts. I love them. So yeah, love Matt. I've been on like Tony's podcast, Sherry's podcast. It's good fun. There's Rolo's tail. Which cruise line has the best butler experience? I've only had a butler on MSC, so I guess that's my answer. Come here, Rolo. Come on in. I'll help you up. I think we might have to help him onto the sofa because... Can you do it? Can you jump? Bless him. There's a hardwood floor in here, and when he jumps, he just goes... Bloop. Bear with me. I'll get Rolo. Rolo. Come on in. Oh, picking you up. Oh, there we go. Oh no, Rolo's in charge of the live stream. Oh no. Hi, Rolo. Say hi to everybody. Oh, a podcast with my mum and dad would be good. They have done my Patreon podcast before. So yeah, Rolo, don't drink my Vimto, Rolo. That's not for doggies. No. Hello, gorgeous. Pizza tonight. Yes, I am having pizza tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Rolo has grown. He has grown. Here he is. Rolo, say hi. Say hello. Oh, he's a good boy. He deserves a treat. He always deserves a treat. Yes, he's a good boy. Oh, Rolo. Oh, Rolo. He's like, what are we doing? I want my dinner. You can have your dinner in a minute. Yes, pajamas, yes, of course. If I'm at home, I'm wearing pajamas on the bottom half. There's no reason not to, is there? You sit there, Rolo. Rolo, sit down. Yep. Oh, okay. You say face that way. That's all right. Which cruise lines have the least screaming children? Generally speaking, the more expensive the cruise, the less kids on it, and the longer the cruise. So yeah, if you look at a cruise ship and it has water slides on the top, it has things for kids, you're going to get kids on it. If it doesn't, and it's more, premium or expensive, very few kids. What age is Rolo now? He is 2 years old. So he's like a teenager in dog. What are you doing, mister? You say hi. Yeah, business on the top, party on the bottom. Yes. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah, he came with the name. Someone else, at the rescue, they all get sponsors. Oh, he's so handsome. They get a sponsor, and the sponsor gets to name the dog. So, yeah, I did get a message on Instagram from the person who named Rolo, didn't I? Oh, you're so cute. Terrible twos. Yeah, he's good. He is really good. I think sometimes rescue dogs people act as if rescue dogs are automatically badly behaved. But I will say, when we take him out for a walk, he's better behaved than most of the dogs. He doesn't bark at other dogs. He doesn't pull on the lead towards other dogs or anything like that. He's super chill. He is chill boy, yeah. He is handsome. Yeah, he is the best for sure. All right. Oh my goodness, I can't see. We've got 2 minutes left on the live stream. Do you have any quick fire questions? Please let me know and I will answer them from behind Rolo. Saw Rolo's tail. Is he knocking stuff off tables with that? Yes. It's a beautiful tail. That's one great thing about getting a rescue dog, because we don't know what breed he is. He's the mix of thousands of years of dog, basically. But we didn't know how he would turn out. And he's turned out beautiful. You're so cute. I can't see through you, though. No. Oh, my goodness. I don't think I would take him in the kennels, no. I don't think he would enjoy that. I wouldn't enjoy that. He probably, I get seasick. Why would I? Why? I understand if you're moving, but I'm not moving, so. Get him a DNA test. I did do a DNA test, actually, and it came back. Look at this dog, right? Look at him. The top dog that it came back with was Chihuahua. So how much do you believe that? You're not a Chihuahua, are you? You're a big Chihuahua. Are you okay? Do you want to go down? He's a big Chihuahua. Big Chihuahua. Rolo is helping. He's taken over. He has. But he deserves it. We're going to get you dinner in a minute. We've got 1 minute left. Back here next week. Yes, same time. We're still in the same time zone. So, yeah. Does Rolo try and sleep in your bed? He's not allowed to sleep in my bed, so if I'm there, he won't. But as soon as I go out, straight away he jumps on the bed. Within, before I've even driven out of the road, he's jumped on the bed. He looks like he's got bigger. Yeah, I think he's full size now. I think he's fully grown. Sorry, Rolo. It's kind of hard to do anything with you there. We'll just have to hold that there. We'll hold that there. Coke or Pepsi? Ha! You know me. Pepsi all the way. Yeah, Rolo he sleeps like next to me on the floor. He has his own bed and he loves it. He puts himself to bed. He knows the routine really well. But yes, that is it from me and Rolo's tale. Thank you so much for joining me for the live stream. Thank you for joining me, Rolo. And I will see you next week. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.